Hello, my lovely viewers. Welcome again to Mathematics Night. It's the presenter Jefferson, and today on the board we are having simultaneous equations involving fractions. And not just fractions, but fractions that the variables are at the denominator. Now we know that fractions are made up of the numerator and denominator. When we say numerator, we mean the number on top, and when we say denominator, the number below. Now, how do you go about it when questions given to you on simultaneous equation has fractions that the denominators carries the variables? Now, with the example we have on the board, which is 2 over x plus 1 over y equal to 6, and 3 over x minus 3 over y equal to 2, we shall be discussing on how you can make use of, on how you can solve simultaneous equations involving variables at the denominators. Okay, without wasting time, let us solve this problem. Now we have the equations 2 over x plus 1 over y equal to 6. Okay, and we have the other equation 3 over x minus 3 over y equal to 2. All right, now how do we go about solving this problem? Now this is how you begin. You say, let 1 over x equal to m, and 1 over y equal to n. Now you can use any variable. You can choose to use p and q. You can choose to use a and b. It doesn't matter. But make sure 1 over x is m or a or b. It depends on what you want to use. But right now we are going to be using m and n as our what? As our variables representing 1 over x and 1 over y. Okay, now without wasting time, if we say 1 over x is m and 1 over y is n, what does that mean? And how does these changes affect the original question that is given to us? Now let us see something. Imagine the first thing we have here is 2 over x. Now, and I believe 2 over x is the same thing as 2. Okay, I'm coming. I believe you know that 2 over x is the same thing as 2 times 1 over x. Because why? 2 times 1 gives us 2 over x. Now, we just said now that 1 over x is n. So automatically this simply means 2 times n, which is 2n. So it means wherever we have 2 over x, what are we going to give? 2n. Now the same thing as 1 over y. We said 1 over y is n. So anywhere I say 1 over y, I give the variable n. Now, let us solve the problem now. So 2 over x now will give us 2n plus 1 over y gives us n equal to 6. Now this becomes our equation 1. Okay, now 3 over x, now you know what that means. 3 over x is the same thing as 3 times 1 over x, which is the same thing as 3 times n, which is 3n. Okay, now 3 over x becomes 3n, minus 3n equals to 2, equation 2. Aha! Now you see we are back to normal methods for solving simultaneous equation. We treated 3 methods. We treated the elimination, the substitution, and also we treated the matrix method in solving simultaneous equation. Now in this case, I'll be using the substitution method. And remember we said when you use substitution method, try to make one of the variable become the subject of the formula. And you will see that between equation 1 and equation 2, the best that we can use in equation 1. Because why? In equation 1, a variable is already standing alone, which is n. So it won't be difficult for us to make n the subject of the formula again. It's just for us to take 2n and take 6 across the equality sign to 6. And then we'll have n standing alone. So automatically we're going to have n is equal to 6 minus 2n. Now how did I get minus? When plus 2n plus it becomes minus 2n. Now automatically my n becomes the subject of the formula. And we said when the variable becomes the subject of the formula, automatically it becomes equation 3. Okay, now remember we use equation 1 to get equation 3. So what does that mean? It means anywhere we see n in equation 2, we give what? 6 minus 2n. So here becomes, substituting 6 minus 2n for n in equation 2, we have 3n minus 3 into bracket. Now n is 6 minus 2m, is equal to 2. Yes. we simply substituted 6 minus 2m for n in equation 2. Now, opening the bracket, we're going to have this 3m minus 3 times 6 gives us 18, minus times minus gives us plus, 3 times 2m gives us 6m equal to 2. Okay, now minus 18 has to leave because why? Minus 18 is not carrying m, they are not like terms. So when minus 18 crosses, it becomes plus 18. So we're going to have this. What we're going to have left? 3m plus 6m is equal to 2 plus 18. Because why? When minus 18 crosses the equality, it becomes plus. So right now, 3m plus 6m gives me 9m is equal to 2 plus 18 gives me 20. Now, finding the value of m, we have to make m the subject of the formula. And how can we do that? It's by dividing both sides by n. Sorry, by 9, which is the coefficient of m. So here becomes over 9, and here becomes over 9. Now, when 9 cancels out 9, what do I have? M becomes 20 over 9. Okay. Now, if m is 20 over 9, what is the next variable I'm looking for? Is n. Because mind you, we were the one that introduced m and n. So not until I've gotten the values for m and n, there is no way we can get the values for x and y. So now, how can we solve for n? The best and the easiest way we can use to solve for n is in equation 3. Like I said, you can use equation 1, equation 2, you get the same thing. But the reason why I always tell you to make it on equation 3 is because in equation 3, the n is already the subject of the formula and it is easier that way. Okay, now using equation 3, which says n is equal to 6 minus 2m. Now what does that mean? Anywhere I see m, I give 20 over 9, which is the value. So here becomes n is equal to 6 minus 2 into the bracket of 20 over 9. Okay, alright, opening the bracket, we have this n is equal to 6 minus 2 times 20 gives us 40 over 9. So what do we do next? Now we have to be 6 over 1, okay, n becomes, now we look for the LCM of 1 and 9. Now the LCM of 1 and 9 will give us 9, okay. Now 1 into 9 will give us 9, and 9 times 6 will give us 54. So here becomes 54 minus, now 9 into 9 gives us 9, okay. And 9 into 9 gives us 1, sorry. Now 1 times 40 gives us 40. Okay, now if we have 54 minus 40, what do? Subtracting 40 from 54, we are going to get 14. Now here becomes n is equal to 14 over 9. Okay, now mind you, the question did not say we should find the value of m and n. No, we were the one that introduced m and n into the question. The question said we should find x and y. Now, before you can find x and y, you must solve for the constants, you must solve for the variables that you introduced into the question, which we said is what m and n. So now that I've gotten m and that I've gotten n, what's the next thing that we're going to look for now? It is the values for x and y. Now, how can you get x and y? You say, recall. Now, we said that 1 over x is equal to n. That was what we said from this place, from this point. Now, it means anywhere I see n, I'll give the value of 20 over 9, but that is n. So here it becomes 1 over x is equal to 20 over 9. Now, what do? Cross multiply. X times 20 gives us 20x, and 9 times 1 gives us 9. What do? Divide both sides by 20. We're going to get this. X becomes 9 over 20. Okay, now if x is 9 over 20, what is the next thing we're looking for now? Y. Now you also see, record that 1 over y is equal to n. Now what does that mean? Anywhere I see n, I give the values for what? 14 over 9. And let's manage the board, so everything can be all. Okay, now n now is 14 over 9. So here becomes 1 over y is equal to 14 over 9. The same thing, we are going to cross multiply. And 14 times y will give us 14y. And 9 times 1 will give us 9. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for the value of y. And for us to get the value of y needs to be the subject of the formula. And so we need to divide both sides by 14. Over 14 over, now when 14 cancel out 14, what do I have? Y becomes 9 over 14. Therefore, x is 9 over 20 and y is 9 over 14. So you see, this is how you can solve simultaneous equations that has their variables at the denominator. Okay, so our next question will be how you can solve, simultaneous equation that has their variables at the numerator. But we'll meet again in our next, in our next class. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, and don't forget to leave your comments on the comment section. See you in our next video. God bless you.